everybody. So I'm going to do a recap. For today's lesson because I know sometimes my videos are just a little slow when all of us are on Zoom, but that's okay. So today we learned about a new body part So last week, because we switched units, we're on a new unit, but learning about our bodies. So last week we learned about our brains, and our brains tell our body when we want to move our arms, when we want to blink, how to kick a ball. And then we learned about bones and muscles, or big muscles. So today we're learning about a really big muscle. Take a deep breath in. You feel our chest getting really big. And then our chest kind of keys in to get really small. We're using our lungs. We're going to learn about our lungs today. So let's look at our daily message to see if we can see it. Our sight words, our red words, and our new vocabulary words. So today, our daily message is my lungs are inside my body. I breathe air into and out of my lungs. I see two red words. See if you can see the two red words. That's right. I is one of our red words. Our other one we learned last week. My, M-Y. Go my. Great job. All right, so our two vocabulary words are lungs and breathe. Our word lungs, our lungs are our muscles inside that expand. We have two of them, one on each side of our chest, and they expand. So when you take a deep breath in, they get really big. It expands, our chest gets bigger. And then when you breathe out, our lungs get smaller as that air leaves our body. And then breath. What does it mean to breathe? Or you take a breath of fresh air. What does it mean to breathe? That's right. Breathing is when you take a deep breath in of oxygen. So our body needs oxygen when we are breathing in and out. So breathing is taking a fresh breath of oxygen into our bodies. So we have our digital dictionary to help show us what that is. I need to make sure my volume's on so you can hear my video. So I have to redo that. Oh, it is. Sometimes you can't hear my videos if it's not on. Here's our first video.
Breathe. When we breathe, we take air into our lungs and then we let it out again. We do this because there's oxygen in the air that our bodies need to live. Jason takes a deep breath in through his nose. Then he breathes all that air out through his mouth. Boy, Jason is really good at breathing.
Let's look at our next one.
Lungs. Our lungs are parts of our body inside our chest. We each have two of them, and they hold the air that we breathe. When Jason breathes in, his chest gets bigger. That's because his lungs are filling up with air. Then, when he breathes out, the air goes out of his lungs and his chest gets smaller again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out.
All right, so when you breathe, this little kid is running with the ball. When you are breathing, when you're running, are you breathing really, really fast? Yes, because your body's working really, really hard to run really fast. And so when you are running, these are what your lungs look like over here. They're two really large muscles. So it says the trachea or the windpipe. That's your throat. When you take a deep breath, your air goes into your lungs. and your lungs get really, really, really big, and then it comes right back out as your lungs get smaller again. All right, now we do our rhyme.
It's time to say a rhyme to tell you what we know. We'll say our rhyme on tippy toes. We'll say it way down low. We'll say our rhyme when sitting down. We'll say it as we go. Would you like to hear our rhyme? Tell us yes or no.
Yes. Your emotions.
My body is amazing from my head to my toes. My head holds my brain, eyes, mouth, ears, and nose. My arms have elbows and wrists and hands. My fingers spread wide to do some handstands. My legs have knees and ankles and feet. My feet have toes that tap to keep a beat. My trunk holds my stomach, lungs, and my heart. My skin keeps my body from coming apart. My bones and my muscles help me dance around. My body is amazing from my head to the ground. My body is amazing from my head to the ground.
Great job, everybody. Great job. All right, so now we're going to review. We read a story. It's up on the Google Classroom, and it's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Now, there's 2 new vocabulary words in the story, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. The first one is hungry. What does it mean to be hungry? That's right. Our body wants to eat some food. You're hungry. You want to eat food. Your body's telling you either by grumbling, going, oh, or like maybe like a little cramping in your belly, and you need more food so your body has energy to keep moving throughout the day. The second word is stomach ache. What does it mean to have a stomach ache? That's right. You eat too much food and your belly's hurting. You're like, oh, I ate too much. And sometimes you just need to take a nap afterwards to help you feel better, right? So yeah, you have a stomach ache. So those are 2 words you'll listen for if you need to listen to the story again. So we have the hungry caterpillar and little leg. We are introduced to the little leg. And then once the little leg is hatched, boop, out comes the caterpillar. What happens to the caterpillar? What does he need to do? He needs to eat. He is very hungry, right? He's a hungry caterpillar, so he eats. And every day he eats more and more food. And then on Saturday, he gets into something else. He gets into some sweets, doesn't he? He eats like an ice cream cone, a pie, a piece of cake. Oh my goodness, he keeps eating and eating and eating. And then what happens? That's right, he gets a stomach ache. He's like, oh, my stomach hurts. I ate too much. But then the next day, guess what? How does he feel better? What does he do to make himself feel better? That's right, he eats a green leaf. And after he eats something that's healthy, his stomach ache goes away. He goes, oh, I feel better. But is he still that little caterpillar that we first saw? No, he's a really big fat caterpillar because he keeps eating all day. Now he's ready to what? Wrap himself in a cocoon. That's right, he wraps himself in a cocoon so he can turn into butterfly. That's right. You see a life cycle of a caterpillar. So to make himself feel better, to get rid of that tummy ache, he eats something that's healthy. And then he turns his body into a cocoon to out pop a butterfly. Great job, everybody. So you may go listen to that story on our Google Classroom under the star. It's A Very Hungry Caterpillar. Next is our journal. So get our journals out head to toes. We're on day 4. So I'll switch it to see. I'll give you my sentence starter. We are on day 4. Day 4 of our journals. And so our journal says write about a body part. So I'm going to choose our lungs. Because that's what we were learning today, is our lungs. So My sentence starter is, my lungs help me. What do your lungs help you do? Pick an activity. Do you want to write about my lungs help me when I run? My lungs help me ride a bike. My lungs help me jump on the trampoline. Choose an activity, but here's a sentence starter. You may pause the video so you can write your sentence and then draw a picture. Once you're done with our journals, we did our math packet. So our math packet, we did 3, 4, and your practice writing the numbers 8 and 9. So when we practice writing the 8 and 9, you first have to practice writing the number 8. So I'm going to put a dot right here on my paper. Here's my dot. I'm going to first write the race car, the racetrack version. Kind of looks like a racetrack. So I have a dot from my starting point, and then I go like I'm making an S. You know, it kind of looks like an S, but then I'm going to continue it up. I got to cross back over and end up my dot. See how it kind of looks like a racetrack from my Hot Wheels? All right, I'm going to do another dot over here. All right, I'm going to start off like I'm making an S, but then I'm going to swoop back up and end up my dot. You can do it that way, or another way, I'm going to make 2 dots, and I'm going to do like a snowman. I'm going to do a circle, and then on top, I'm going to do, on the bottom, I'm going to do another circle. See how my 2 circles are touching? Kind of looks like a snowman, doesn't it? Do a circle, and a circle, but they have to be touching. See how they are touching? I'm going to do it 2 more ways. Right here, dot, race car, making an S and swooping up. You can do it. I can turn my pencil. Swooping up right there. Or snowman version. Circle right here, and then a circle on the bottom, and they gotta be touching. So practice counting circles on our paper. We have like a beach theme, so we have to practice counting the sea turtles. The first one, there's how many sea turtles? Let's count them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for number 1, there's going to be 8 sea turtles. So practice tracing the number 8. For the second one, how many sea turtles are on the second one? Let's count. There should be 9 sea turtles. Continue on. Practice writing the number 9. So now we have to practice writing the number 9. So I like to do a circle, then a number 1 attached to my circle. Circle, and then number 1 attached to it. Kind of looks like a backwards P. And then for number 3, how many sea turtles are on number 3? Let's count it. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 sea turtles for number 3. Now for 4 and 5, you have to practice writing the numbers by yourself. They give you 1 to trace, but then you have to write 2 on your own, okay? Make sure when you're writing your 8s, they're up and down. They're not at an angle or completely sideways. Your 8s have to be up and down. And then for 6, they wrote the number 8, so you have to write 8 objects. You can do 8 circles, you can do 8 stars, or you can write 8 number 8s. That would be cool too. All right, once you're done with that, we have a math practice sheet. It has apples on it. I have a video of reading A Nature Walk. That's our new book for this week. Practice writing the uppercase K's and the uppercase U's. on a separate sheet of paper. And then our extra sentence to write or draw about is, what's your favorite lunch? Okay, so once you have completed all of that, you'll be done for today. But first, we have to do our sounds in our alphabet, okay? Can you repeat after me? If you have your alphabet strip out, get your alphabet strip, and then you can point to each letter, okay? All right, do you have your sentence strip? Alphabet strip? Put your finger on A and repeat after me. A, apple. B, bat and ball. C, caterpillar. D, dinosaur. E, elephant. F, flower. G, girl. H, horse. I, insect. J, jump. K, kangaroo. L, leg. M, mountain. N, net. O, octopus. P, parrot. Q, queen. R, rabbit. S, snake. T, tower. U, umbrella. V, vulture. W, worm. X, exercising fox. Y, yo-yo. And Z, zipper. Great job, everybody. Our new letter we are learning this week is the letter U. Can you say like up? Great job. We are saying not like ah or you. It's kind of like if you're getting like hit in the stomach going right? All right. Practice saying umbrella, under, up. Great job. So the letter U goes and how you write it. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you how to write the uppercase U. All right, the uppercase U. So I'm going to start on the red line. I'm going to go and swoop down and back up. Swoop down and back up. And then for the lowercase U, when it gets there, I'm going to start underneath the dotted line. You're going to swoop up and then put a kickstand. Swoop up and put a kickstand. That looks like an upside down lowercase n. Great job, everybody. Once you have completed all that, please make sure you send me pictures, okay? So we are done for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody!